Hey, Dr. Mike here, and today I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've done. Now that it's summer, we're fully into summer now. School's ended. Um, all the things that we like to do in the summer are not really available to us. We usually take our kids to local rec centers and we do all these fun things as a community together, and now we can't. So what do? Well, a couple things I thought of with regards to how we're trying to manage in these tough times, and being quarantined and being together all the time can create a little bit of stress. So a couple of things I want to try to help you guys with. Being intentional and being creative are really important. So Netflix and Fortnite all day, just it doesn't cut it after a while. And I understand, there's occasion when I want to watch a good Netflix series with my kids or my wife also, but there comes a time and a place for that. And I think right now isn't the time to be binging on just that, right? So what do we want to do? We want to learn some new skills. We want to create some new achievements, or set the goalposts for our kids a little bit further down the road. And so, well, how do we do that? So a couple of things that we've done, and we've been doing these things for years, but one of them, for example, is gardening. We like to garden, or at least I like to garden, and I brought my kids in on it for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's hard work. Number two, it's very satisfying when you achieve a goal of growing something. It's also very nutritious, right? Let's face it. If you have an organic garden, what's better than growing food out of the ground that you've tended? So things we grow that are easy to grow in this area in New York, things like tomatoes. We've grown garlic, very easy to grow and very nutritious. We've grown peppers. We have herbs. We even have a little blueberry patch that I've actually had to put netting over to keep the birds away from. So these are some of the cool things that we do. I like to grow snap peas. I like to grow cherry tomatoes. I like to grow things that the kids, cucumbers, they can go in the garden, literally pick them off the vine and eat them while we're standing there in the garden. So gardening, that's one thing. If you don't have the space, get some containers. Container gardening is a great way to do it as well. Masonry, which is not something that's really in my pool of talents. However, I've got the bandwidth to be able to watch a YouTube video and try to be creative. So we built a fire pit for my wife, and it became a real project. It was just going to be some stones that we put in a circle, dig a little hole, but then we started putting cinder blocks in and cultured stone and masonry, and we used mortar. And my daughter and my son and I, we did this project together. It didn't come out, perfect, but it came out pretty cool. And so, satisfaction doing that was really satisfying for us as a family. We did it together. What I don't want are for my kids to get lazy. I don't want my kids to be takers. I want my kids to be producers. And I know you want that for your kids too. I want them to be self-sufficient. So we're learning how to do life skills. We're learning how to start a fire, cook your own food. We're learning some of the blessings to be part of their community and to be helpers and not just takers. So life skills. We read our Bible every day. We go for walks. We talk about what we learn in the Bible, and we walk in faith. So we'll read an Old Testament verse and we'll read a New Testament verse every night, and then we'll discuss what it means. I want my kids to find a greater purpose in their life, a purpose bigger than just self-serving, self-aggrandization. We want them to be someone who, gives back to community, who's a servant, not someone who's looking to serve. So skills and activities, like how do you find out how to do these? Well, YouTube is a great resource. We've gone on YouTube. My son has taught himself how to fish. Even through my instruction, he knows some things that I don't even know yet. So, like Jesus said in the Bible, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach him to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. So that's part of what I want to try to inspire in you guys today. I hope it helps. Remember, stay informed and get adjusted.